Hi, my name is Caroline, and I just completed day one of the Confident Creator Challenge. One of the biggest lessons I have learned is do not belittle what you have and what you know. The point that you're in right now is a point that someone else wishes to get to, and sharing what you know could really help them in their journey. As I was going through the challenge, it came to mind that it's not just about the story when it comes to content creation, because I think that's a major barrier that prevents people from starting in the first place. They believe that theirs is a story that has already been told, or there are people with more expertise than them that are telling the story, so what's the point of them adding on anything? But I've come to realize that it's not just about the story, it's also about the voice that tells the story. So someone needs to hear that story specifically from you, specifically from someone with your background, specifically from someone with your life situation, with your education, or with your knowledge. That's part of the story. It's not just the story itself, but also the voice that is telling the story. And for that reason, I am excited for my own journey in the content creation space. I'm excited to see the impact it's going to have. And I know that it's something that I cannot conceptualize at this point in time, but I do hope and to see that I impact people's lives in a positive way and I inspire. And in the end, what I really want to see is other people feeling empowered just as I feel empowered in this moment to share their own stories and to engage with ideas and conversations. And on that note, one of the conversations that I really enjoy having are conversations on arts and culture, everything to do with poetry, music, movies, cinema. I really enjoy speaking about them, not just from the perspective of how the craft is done, the technicalities of it all, but also the life lessons that can be drawn from various forms of art. One reason that this is very important to me is because I think in general the arts are downplayed, maybe looked at only as a form of entertainment, but they can actually hold deeper life lessons, and we can learn a lot if we pay attention and if we sit down and have those conversations about what we're actually seeing and learning from these different forms of art. And one book that I recently read that has solidified this mindset that I have is Van Gogh Has a Broken Heart. It's a book about the connection between fine arts and God. And when I read that book, my mind was blown because I have never really thought about what a painting of the Mona Lisa has to do with God. I just never thought the two were connected. But by reading this book, I realized that truly, if you pay attention to the details and if you think about it, you'll end up finding that God is in everything that we see, in all these different things that we may not think are associated with God or with the spirit realm. If you pay attention, you'll actually see that they are. And it's conversations like these that excite me when we get into the details of it, when we start to understand the philosophies behind it, how it impacts people's emotions, how it impacts people's views on life. It gets me so happy and so happy to see other people have their light bulb moments as we speak about these things. So moving forward, I'd just like to continue having conversations about that, what I've learned in books, movies, what I've learned in poetry. Poetry is another very big form of art that I enjoy consuming and speaking about. And I want everyone to know that these things are not far-fetched. They are not for an exclusive elite, just some group of people that know about the fine arts and they have taste and culture. It's for absolutely everyone, and everyone needs to contribute to it because it makes it all the more colorful and all the more exciting. So that's all that I have for now. Can't wait for the rest of the journey.